Hey, good morning, everyone. Biking Dave, and I'm finishing up my walk. All right, hold on. So I'm finishing up my walk here. This morning it's getting hot out. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Here we go. Sorry, I had to take my shirt off. Getting some vitamin D. So I am working my way up to, I can't really say half of what I was doing before, but almost half of the distance that I was doing before. So I'm pretty glad about that. And so, sorry. So I just got the announcement that I was walking just about 2,000 and what did it say? I forget. So almost 2,500 steps. So not where I want to be, but definitely getting there. I'll probably have another 1,000 steps before I get back to the house. But I want to tell you guys, it's like sometimes like the way I've been having a lot of flare-ups, so kind of messed up my whole schedule of getting back in shape and everything. Put on a couple extra pounds, but that's okay. It happens. You have, just like seasons or cycles, we go in cycles too. You go in cycles of when we're all gung-ho, and then you have a cycle of where you just maintain it, and then sometimes things can happen where then you go into almost like a, let's call it a hibernation period, where then you're putting on extra weight. Now I'm not sleeping, but I'm definitely becoming less active. But now is okay, let's break that and get back into the getting in shape cycle. Have you guys experienced this before? We see a lot of it with these fitness gurus. They will bulk up and then they cut down and take a couple of pictures, and then they're like, oh, look at me, I'm so great. That's good for them. You know what I mean? It's good, but they also know that these cycles exist, even though they try to say it doesn't. Now, I would prefer that these cycles don't exist, because I had the discipline and the motivation to do it for 2 years. So, as I can get back into that. I know I can. Now, I have to do that, and I'm doing that, and you can see. Look at that. Oh, I'm walking here. So by this, I want to do more, but I have to deal with my body and what its limitations are. But I don't like looking at that. I don't like seeing these limitations, because I have to worry about that. I'm going to go back into my pity party. You know what I mean? And I don't want that. And there's days when, of course, that I get all frustrated and stuff, that I'm not able to either maintain or do more to build up again like I was. But I could try to, when I have those negative thoughts, and you let me know down below when you guys get your negative thoughts, what do you do about it? I try to think of one thing that I'm grateful for. So, my negative thoughts is like, I can't walk as far as I did before, but I am walking more than I did last week. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I'm no longer gaining weight. I'm pretty much maintaining it and dropping maybe about a pound now a week. That's things like that are things that I'm doing. Again, what do you guys do? What issues do you have that you can then turn around? I was telling my other nephew who's visiting, he's got a couple of, he's working on a couple of softwares apps for some sports, and I let him know. It's like sometimes he'll be, oh, we have this or that we can't do because they don't do that. And I said, well, a good thing to do is, like, I talked to him about the Hard 75 and the exercise programs, and he was like, well, sometimes that might be hard for me because of my work. I said, okay, the good thing that I like about the Hard 75 is that it teaches you how to say, how can I do that? Because if you don't do it, you have to start all over. So if the two 45-minute exercises, one of them are outdoors, no matter what the weather is, instead of say, how am I going to do 2 45 minutes, or I can't do 2 45-minute exercises, I'm too busy. And then I said, well, and instead of that, it's how can I do it, like I just said, right? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So it's like, how can I do it? All right, well, if I get up in the morning, I can knock out one, and then in the afternoon for lunch, I can knock out the other one, or, in the afternoon, I can knock out the other one. And then how can I drink a gallon of water? Well, I ran into that problem. That's why I failed the first one that I did on day 41, I believe it was. And because I didn't finish it, I was like, oh, this is too much, because I waited. So then I figured out, okay, I'll put a little reminder to go off every hour, and I can drink 1 glass. Well, I finished the water real quick. Peed like a maniac every 5 minutes, but that's another story. Anyway, and then doing the reading, 10 pages. Okay, 10 pages would take me a half an hour to read because I keep getting distracted. Well, how can I read it better? Oh, I can focus, not have any music on, and do that right in the morning when I get up. So things like that, it shifts your mindset. Does that make sense? I hope so. So instead of saying, I can't do something, how can I do it? And even if you work your way up, but you have to give yourself little goals. Oh, not another car. So with those goals and you work your way up, how can I do this? Then I think you're in a better place. And simply, as I said before, remember to be grateful for the things that you can do. All right? Well, I'm almost home, so I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a blessed day.